Chosen ones, the battle is over, you won. Your new job is to rest and recover. I need you to stay with me right now, because what you are about to understand will change how you see everything you have just gone through. And if you miss this moment, you may overlook a blessing that has already been placed in your life. You have been fighting for so long, carrying weight after weight, and now I am telling you clearly that the battle is over and you have already won. This is not something that is coming later. It is something that has already been decided in your favor, even if your eyes have not fully seen it yet. Your new assignment is not to fight harder, not to chase more, but to rest and to recover, because the victory has already been secured for you. Listen carefully, because what I am revealing now will help you step into peace instead of staying trapped in exhaustion. Type Amen to affirm. You have been trained through pain, through silence, through moments when you felt abandoned and unseen. Yet every step of that journey was shaping you into someone who could carry what is now being released into your life. The struggle was not wasted, and the tears were not ignored, even when it felt like nothing was changing. I was watching every moment, strengthening you in ways you could not understand at the time. Now the season has shifted, and you are no longer in a place where you must prove your strength. You are in a place where you must receive what has already been prepared for you. Before you go any further, pause for a moment and gently like this video as a sign of agreement with what is being released over your life right now, because this small act of faith will help anchor what you are about to step into. You have been conditioned to believe that progress always comes through effort and struggle, but now I am asking you to unlearn that pattern. The reason you feel tired is not because you are weak. It is because you have been carrying a burden that was never meant to stay on your shoulders forever. The battle required your endurance, but the victory requires your surrender. There is a difference, and many people miss it because they do not recognize when the fight has already ended. I am calling you into a new rhythm, one where you trust that what has been won does not need to be fought for again. Your mind may still be in survival mode, expecting another challenge, another setback, another moment where you must push beyond your limits. That is why this message matters so deeply, because I am interrupting that cycle. You are not preparing for another war, you are stepping into a season of restoration. This is where your body, your mind, and your spirit begin to heal from everything you have endured. It may feel unfamiliar at first, even uncomfortable, because you are used to tension, but peace is now your portion. There are things in your life that will begin to shift quietly, without struggle, without resistance, because the hard part has already been completed. Doors will open without force, opportunities will come without chasing, and clarity will replace confusion. You will notice that what once drained you will no longer have the same power over you. This is not luck, and it is not coincidence. It is the result of a battle that has already been won in your favor. Type 777 if you trust in Jesus. I want you to understand something very important. Rest is not weakness. Rest is not giving up. Rest is not laziness. Rest is obedience. In this season, when I tell you to rest, I am not removing purpose from your life. I am preparing you to step into it with strength that is not broken or depleted. You cannot carry what is coming if you are still operating from exhaustion. That is why I am giving you permission to pause, to breathe, and to allow yourself to recover. There were moments when you felt like you were losing, when it seemed like everything was falling apart, and yet those were the very moments when the greatest work was being done behind the scenes. What looked like delay was actually alignment. What felt like rejection was protection. What seemed like silence was preparation. Now those hidden movements are about to become visible in ways that will leave no doubt that I have been working for you all along. You are not stepping into something small. What is ahead of you carries weight, influence, and impact. That is why the battle had to be intense, because it was preparing you for something greater than what you could have handled before. But now the pressure is lifting, because you have reached a point where the foundation has been completed. You are no longer being built through struggle, you are being established through peace. Let go of the need to keep proving yourself. Let go of the urge to keep pushing as if everything depends on your effort. You have already done more than enough. The outcome is no longer dependent on your strength alone. It is being carried by something far greater than you. This is where you learn to trust, not just in words, but in the way you live each day. You will begin to notice a shift in how you respond to things that once triggered fear or anxiety. Where there was panic, there will now be calm. Where there was confusion, there will now be clarity. Where there was heaviness, there will now be lightness. This is what recovery looks like when it is guided by something divine. It is not forced, it is not rushed. It unfolds naturally as you allow it. Some people around you may not understand this change. They may expect you to keep striving, to keep struggling, to keep proving yourself in the same way you always have. But you are not in that place anymore. You are moving differently now, because you have been through something they cannot fully see. You know what it cost to get here, and now you are honoring that by stepping into rest instead of returning to unnecessary battles. What if a tiny 7-second brain ritual could erase your debt and open the door to real abundance? A leaked CIA document has revealed a simple 7-second method, now helping everyday people get out of debt and draw in wealth. Tested by 4 leading neuroscience labs, this easy home practice is turning money problems into better lifestyles. People are getting new homes, cars, and travel experiences. But this information could be removed at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. This is your time to rebuild yourself from a place of peace, to reconnect with the parts of you that were worn down, to rediscover joy without pressure, to experience life without constantly feeling like you are fighting to survive. This is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of a new chapter where you finally get to live in the victory that has already been secured for you. The old season demanded endurance through pressure, but this new season demands trust through peace. You are not being tested in the same way anymore. You are being taught how to receive. This shift may feel subtle, but it will change everything about how you live and move forward. Type 1111 if you believe. There will be moments when your mind tries to pull you back into overthinking, into imagining problems that are no longer there, into preparing for battles that have already ended. This is where you must become aware and gently bring yourself back into truth. Not every thought that enters your mind is a signal to act. Not every feeling of fear is a warning of danger. You are learning to live from a place of assurance rather than uncertainty, and that takes practice, patience, and awareness. Your body carries memory from everything you have been through, and it may still hold tension even though the season has changed. You might notice moments where you feel restless even when there is nothing wrong, or anxious even when everything is calm. This is not because something bad is about to happen. It is because your body is adjusting to a new reality. Give yourself grace in this process. Healing does not happen instantly. It unfolds as you allow yourself to remain in peace instead of rushing back into stress. You have entered a phase where restoration is happening in layers. Some parts of you will heal quickly, while others will take time to fully release what they have been holding. Do not rush this. Do not pressure yourself to feel perfect or completely at ease right away. The same patience you showed during the struggle must now be shown during the recovery. This is how you become whole again, not just surviving, but truly living. There are blessings that require a rested mind to recognize them. If you are constantly tense, constantly alert for problems, you may overlook what is already being given to you. That is why rest is not just for your body, it is for your awareness. When you are calm, you see clearly. When you are at peace, you recognize opportunities that once would have passed you by. This is how your life begins to open up in ways that feel natural and effortless. Type 222 to receive blessings. You are not losing your drive or your ambition by resting, you are refining it. You are learning to move with purpose instead of pressure. In the past, you may have pushed yourself out of fear, out of urgency, out of the belief that everything depended on you. Now you are moving from a place of alignment, where your actions come from clarity rather than desperation. This is a higher way of living, one that brings better results without draining your spirit. There will be a new kind of productivity in your life, one that does not feel heavy or overwhelming. You will notice that when you do act, it will be with confidence and ease. You will not second-guess yourself as much, and you will not feel the same level of resistance. This is because you are no longer operating from survival mode. You are operating from a place of stability, where your foundation is secure. Do not be surprised if some things that once seemed important no longer hold the same value for you. This is part of the transformation. When you move from struggle to peace, your priorities shift. You begin to see what truly matters and what was only consuming your energy without adding value to your life. This clarity is a gift, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. It is helping you create a life that is aligned with who you are becoming. You may also notice that certain relationships begin to change. Some people may drift away, not because there is conflict, but because you are no longer operating on the same level of stress and urgency that once connected you. Others will come into your life who reflect the peace you are stepping into. This is not loss, it is realignment. You are being surrounded by what supports your new season, not what keeps you tied to the old one. Trust the pace of what is unfolding. You do not need to rush ahead or force anything to happen. What is meant for you will come in the right time, and it will come in a way that does not require you to exhaust yourself. This is one of the clearest signs that you are walking in victory. Things align without constant struggle. Paths open without constant resistance. You move forward without feeling like you are fighting every step of the way. There will still be moments where challenges appear, but they will not carry the same weight as before. You will handle them differently, with a calmness that comes from knowing you are supported. You will not feel overwhelmed in the same way, because you are no longer facing things alone. There is a strength within you now that was built through everything you have already overcome. That strength is steady, not frantic. You are being invited to enjoy your life in a way you may not have allowed yourself to before. To appreciate the small moments, to feel joy without guilt, to rest without feeling like you should be doing more. This is part of your healing. This is part of your reward. You are not meant to live in constant pressure. You are meant to experience peace, to feel safe, to know that you are taken care of. As you continue in this season, remember that rest is not something you earn once and then forget. It is something you choose again and again. Each day, you decide whether you will carry unnecessary weight or release it. Each moment, you choose whether you will trust or fall back into fear. This is how you protect the peace that has been given to you. Could a CIA-revealed brain ritual be the quickest path to a life of luxury? Newly uncovered CIA research has exposed a powerful brainwave method that is helping ordinary people attract wealth almost immediately. This 7-second at-home ritual, verified by 4 neuroscience labs, is shifting people from debt to dream houses, cars, and trips. If you are seeing this, you are fortunate, because this page might be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments to learn the secret before it is gone. You have already come through the hardest part. The battle that once consumed your energy has ended, and now you are standing in a place where you can finally breathe without tension. Let that truth settle into you. Let it reshape how you think, how you feel, and how you move forward. This is not just a temporary break, it is the beginning of a new way of living. They are free, but they keep thinking like they are still trapped. I am calling you out of that cycle completely, because your victory is not partial, it is complete. What has been done for you does not need to be undone by fear, doubt, or old habits. Type 1010 if you walk by faith. There is a quiet shift happening inside you, one that may not be loud or dramatic, but it is powerful. You are becoming someone who no longer reacts from panic, but responds from peace. This change may feel subtle at first, but over time it will become the foundation of everything you do. You will notice that situations that once overwhelmed you now pass without shaking you. This is how you know that the battle is truly behind you, because your inner state is no longer controlled by external pressure. Do not be surprised if you begin to feel a sense of stillness that you have never experienced before. It may feel unfamiliar, even strange, because you have been so used to movement, urgency, and constant activity. But this stillness is not emptiness, it is fullness without noise. It is a space where clarity grows, where wisdom settles, and where your spirit begins to breathe freely again. This is where you start to hear what truly matters without distraction. You are not falling behind by slowing down. You are aligning with the pace that was always meant for you. The world may tell you to hurry, to compete, to push harder, but that is not your path anymore. You are moving in a way that is guided, not forced. Each step you take will feel more certain, more grounded, and more natural. This is the difference between striving and being led. Type 555 to affirm. There is something else you must understand as you move forward. Rest is not just about stopping physical activity, it is about releasing mental and emotional weight. You can sit still and still be exhausted if your mind is full of worry and your heart is carrying fear. True rest happens when you let go of what you were never meant to carry. It happens when you trust that you are supported, even when you are not actively doing anything. You have carried responsibilities that were heavier than you realized, and now you are being asked to put them down. This does not mean you become careless or indifferent. It means you recognize that not everything depends on you. There are things being handled for you in ways you cannot see. There are outcomes being arranged without your constant involvement. This is where trust becomes real, not just something you say, but something you live. As you release this weight, you will feel a lightness begin to return to you. It may come in small moments at first, a sense of ease, a quiet joy, a feeling that everything is going to be all right. Do not ignore these moments or dismiss them as temporary. They are signs of the new life you are stepping into. They are evidence that the shift has already begun within you. You will also notice that your energy starts to return, but in a different way than before. It will not feel frantic or forced. It will feel steady, calm, and sustainable. This is the kind of strength that lasts, the kind that does not burn out. You are no longer running on pressure, you are moving with purpose. This is what allows you to go further without feeling drained. There may be times when you feel tempted to go back to old patterns, to overwork, to overthink, to take on more than you need to. This is where awareness becomes important. You are not the same person you were before, and you do not need to operate the same way. When you feel that pull, pause and remind yourself of where you are now. Remind yourself that the battle is over and you are no longer fighting for your place. You have been given a new role, one that requires a different kind of strength. It is the strength to remain calm when others are rushing. It is the strength to stay grounded when others are anxious. It is the strength to trust when everything is quiet. This is not weakness, this is maturity. This is what happens when you have been through enough to understand that not everything requires your reaction. There is a deeper level of peace being offered to you, one that is not dependent on circumstances. It is not something that comes and goes based on what is happening around you. It is something that lives within you, something that remains even when things are uncertain. This is the kind of peace that cannot be taken from you, because it is rooted in something greater than temporary situations. You are being invited to live from this place consistently. Not just in moments, not just when things are easy, but as a way of life. This is what will set you apart. This is what will allow you to move through life with a sense of stability that others will notice but may not fully understand. You will not be easily shaken because your foundation is no longer built on shifting ground. As you continue in this new season, remember that recovery is not something that happens once and is finished. It is an ongoing process, one that unfolds as you continue to choose rest, trust, and peace. There will be deeper layers of healing that reveal themselves over time. Allow them to come without resistance. Allow yourself to grow without pressure. Is it actually possible for a 7-second ritual to turn financial hardship into sudden prosperity? A leaked CIA-backed study introduces a short money ritual that is already changing lives. Approved by 4 neuroscience labs, it retrains your mind to pull money toward you. People who were once struggling are now living their ideal lives with luxury homes, new vehicles, and travel. But this information may not stay online. Click the description and comments now before it is permanently removed. You have already proven your strength through everything you have endured. Now you are being shown a different kind of strength, one that is quieter but even more powerful. It is the strength to remain at peace, to trust without constant reassurance, and to move forward without fear controlling your steps. What is ahead of you will not require the same kind of struggle you have known in the past. It will require clarity, presence, and trust. You will be guided in ways that feel natural, in ways that do not drain you. This is how you know that you are no longer in the same place. This is how you recognize that you have truly crossed into a new chapter of your life. Version of you that existed before this journey cannot carry what is ahead, and that is why this season of rest is so necessary. It is not a pause without purpose, it is a rebuilding of your inner world so that it matches the victory that has already been secured for you. This is where your identity begins to shift in a lasting way. Type 1212 to claim miracles. You are learning to live without constantly bracing yourself for impact. For so long, you were preparing for the next challenge, the next disappointment, the next moment where everything might fall apart. That way of living kept you alert, but it also kept you exhausted. Now you are being taught to release that constant readiness for struggle. You are safe in ways you may not fully understand yet, and that safety is not temporary, it is part of what has been given to you through the victory you have already stepped into. There will be moments when you catch yourself expecting something to go wrong, even when everything is going right. This is not a sign that something bad is coming. It is a reflection of what you have been through. Your mind is adjusting to a new reality, one where peace is normal instead of rare. When this happens, do not judge yourself or feel frustrated. Simply bring yourself back to the truth that you are no longer in that old place, and you do not need to live as if you are. You are being invited to trust in a deeper way than before. Not just when things are difficult, but even when things are calm. It is easy to trust when you are in need and searching for help, but it is a different kind of trust that allows you to rest when everything is quiet. That is where you are now. You are being asked to trust that the quiet is not emptiness, it is fulfillment. It is the evidence that what needed to be done has already been done. Type Amen to affirm. Your spirit is beginning to settle into a new rhythm, one that is not rushed or pressured. This rhythm will guide you in ways that feel natural and steady. You will begin to notice that you are no longer forcing things to happen. Instead, you are responding to what is unfolding in front of you. This is a sign that you are aligned with something greater than your own effort. You are moving with purpose, not pressure, and that changes everything. There is also a healing happening in your emotions, one that goes beyond surface-level relief. You are not just feeling better, you are becoming more grounded. The ups and downs that once controlled you will begin to lose their hold. You will not be pulled in every direction by what you feel in the moment. Instead, there will be a steadiness within you, a calm center that remains even when emotions rise. This is what allows you to live with balance instead of constant reaction. Do not rush to fill every quiet moment with activity. There is value in stillness, in allowing yourself to simply be without trying to accomplish something. This is where your mind clears, where your heart softens, and where your spirit reconnects with what truly matters. You are not wasting time when you rest. You are investing in your ability to live well, to think clearly, and to move forward with intention. There are parts of you that were pushed aside during the struggle, things you once enjoyed, ways you once expressed yourself, moments of joy that were lost in the pressure. Now is the time to reconnect with those parts, not in a forced way, but naturally as they begin to return to you. You will find yourself smiling more, feeling lighter, experiencing moments of peace that do not require explanation. This is part of your recovery, and it is just as important as anything else. You are also being given a clearer sense of direction, but it will not come through force or urgency. It will come through clarity and calm awareness. You will begin to know what feels right without needing constant confirmation. This is because you are no longer clouded by stress and fear. When your mind is clear, your path becomes visible. This is how you move forward with confidence, not because you have all the answers, but because you trust what is unfolding. There is a protection around you now that is stronger than before. Not because danger has disappeared completely, but because you are no longer facing things in the same way. You are supported, guided, and covered in ways that you may not always see, but you will feel it in the peace that surrounds you. This is not something you have to earn. It is something that has been given to you as part of your journey. As you continue to rest and recover, you will begin to see how everything you went through was leading to this moment. It was not random, and it was not meaningless. Every challenge, every delay, every moment of uncertainty was shaping you for what is now unfolding. You are not starting over. You are stepping into something that has been building for a long time. Do not allow old voices, whether from within or from others, to pull you back into doubt. You have come too far to return to a place that no longer belongs to you. You are not who you were before, and your life is not what it used to be. This is a new chapter. and it requires a new way of thinking, a new way of living, and a new way of trusting. Have you heard about the secret ritual the government does not want people to know? Imagine if just 7 seconds could clear your debts and bring wealth effortlessly. A leaked CIA report and 4 top neuroscience labs confirm this is real. Families who were struggling are now moving into dream homes with peace of mind, but this secret could be taken down at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. You are being prepared for a life that feels different from anything you have known before. Not because everything will always be easy, but because you will no longer carry the same weight. You will move through life with a sense of peace that does not depend on everything going perfectly. This is what allows you to remain steady even when things are uncertain. You are beginning to notice that your reactions are changing, even in situations that once would have overwhelmed you. There is a space between what happens and how you respond, and in that space, you are finding peace instead of panic. This is not accidental. It is the result of everything you have been through, everything you have learned, and everything that has been done for you behind the scenes. You are no longer operating from instinctive fear. You are moving from a place of awareness and calm strength. There will be moments when silence feels unfamiliar, almost like something is missing because you were so used to noise, pressure, and constant movement. But this silence is not emptiness, it is clarity. It is the absence of chaos that once filled your life. In this quiet, you will begin to hear your thoughts more clearly, feel your emotions more deeply, and sense direction without confusion. This is where wisdom grows, not in noise, but in stillness. Do not mistake calm for stagnation. Just because things are not chaotic does not mean nothing is happening. Some of the most important changes in your life will happen quietly, without announcement, without urgency. You will look back and realize that everything shifted without you having to force it. This is the nature of what is unfolding for you now. It is steady, it is certain, and it is not dependent on struggle. Type 333 to claim peace. You are also learning to trust yourself in a new way. Not the version of yourself that was reacting from fear or trying to survive, but the version of yourself that has been refined through experience. You have gained insight that cannot be taken from you. You have learned lessons that have become part of who you are. This is why you can now move forward with confidence, even when you do not have all the answers. You trust your ability to navigate what comes next. There is a release happening in your life, a letting go of things that no longer serve you. This may include old habits, old ways of thinking, and even old expectations. You are not losing anything of value. You are making space for what truly belongs in your life now. This process may feel uncomfortable at times because it requires you to step away from what is familiar. But what is familiar is not always what is right for you anymore. You are being drawn toward a life that feels lighter, more aligned, and more peaceful. This does not mean there will be no challenges, but it does mean that you will face them from a place of stability instead of fear. You will not be shaken in the same way, because your foundation has changed. You are rooted in something deeper now, something that does not move when circumstances change. Your energy is becoming more intentional. You are no longer giving your attention to everything that demands it. You are becoming selective, focused, and aware of what truly matters. This is a sign of growth. It shows that you are no longer operating from a place of scarcity, where you feel the need to respond to everything. You are choosing where to invest your time and your energy, and that choice is shaping your future. There is also a new sense of clarity forming within you about what you want and what you no longer accept. This clarity will guide your decisions moving forward. You will not tolerate the same things you once did. You will not settle for what drains you or pulls you away from your peace. This is not selfish, it is necessary. You are protecting what has been restored within you. You are beginning to understand that peace is not something that just happens, it is something that is maintained. It requires awareness, intention, and sometimes difficult choices. There will be moments when you have to walk away from situations that disturb your peace. There will be times when you have to say no, even when it is uncomfortable. This is part of protecting what has been given to you. As you continue in this season, you will notice that your perspective is changing. You are no longer seeing things through the lens of fear or lack. You are seeing them with clarity and understanding. This shift in perspective will influence every area of your life. It will change how you approach challenges, how you interact with others, and how you see yourself. This is how transformation becomes visible, not just in what you do, but in how you think. You are not the same person who entered the battle. That version of you has been shaped, strengthened, and transformed into someone who can carry what is ahead without being overwhelmed. This is why you had to go through what you did. It was not to break you, but to build you into who you are now. And now that the battle is over, you are stepping into a life that reflects that growth. There is a sense of stability that is settling into your life, one that does not depend on everything being perfect. You are learning to remain steady, even when things are uncertain. This is what allows you to move forward with confidence. You are not waiting for everything to be clear before you take a step. You are moving with trust, knowing that you will be guided along the way.